This video is brought to you by Land Party Adventures, a nostalgic single-player adventure that blends detective storytelling with a retro tech management simulator. Your buddy Pedro is AWOL, so you'll have to take point on setting up LAN parties at various spots around town. Connect VGA cables, install software, and manage download speeds, all while avoiding viruses. Because if you get one of those, you'll have to tell your parents, and you do not want to tell your parents what you've been searching for online. Hubba hubba. Don't add hubba hubba. Any other of those noises is fine. Plus, there's a sandbox mode where players can create and share their own LAN parties using over 100 customizable items, including vintage furniture, classic computers, posters, gaming consoles, and more. All this on top of solving puzzles while you and the gang uncover the mystery of your missing friend. If you're into cozy life sims, solving mysteries, and nostalgic 2000s vibes, this one's for you. Just remember, this was before incognito mode was invented, so clear them cookies, y'all. LAN Party Adventures hits Steam on September 18th, so head on over to the page now, give it a wish list, and hop into the demo to transport yourself back to the simpler times of this sound.
We live.
Hello, are we live? Acknowledge me, the world.
Oh my god, I did it. I think I did it.
Yeah, you smashed it, dude.
Basically, everything I do is rooted in the central principle of acknowledge me, the world.
Sure, yeah. And it's great. Everyone's great.
Especially the bread making.
Yes. Hello, everyone. No, that's the one thing I don't ask the world to acknowledge. Welcome to the Windbreakers podcast, everyone. I'm Yahtzee Croshaw. I'm joined by these two nerds.
Hi, everyone. If everything looks weird, it's because Eric's feeling under the weather, and so I'm technically hosting. And if our volumes are off, let me know, and I will fix them.
Man, something's going round. I was a bit, under the weather recently.
It's called the fall turts.
And my eldest had a fever last night.
It's not good. It's autumn.
I mean, since coming to the States, I have yet to be ill once. So I think illness might be a British thing.
Although she was fine this morning, and I have very strong memories of her yesterday, like reclining on the beanbag going, the only thing I can do is watch television, Daddy.
that sounds about right. Yeah.
It's a common feeling. I have that every day. Maybe I am permanently ill. Thinking about it.
My kids are learning good hustles. Anyway. This week, we're talking about power-ups for some reason. Was there something that sparked this particular topic suggestion, Marty?
Yeah, it might have still been a little Silk Song, like getting a handful of like kind of the movement upgrades and everything kind of reformed how I was thinking about the game in a way. And I was kind of wondering, like we've talked about weapons before, which I think they share some commonality, but I was kind of thinking about like when we're playing a game, what are the things that really get us our juices flowing when we get a power up or get a new ability?
Well, this raises the question of how one defines a power-up, I suppose.
Sure.
So I would have said, like, the classic power-up would be your Pac-Man Power Pill, your Mario Star,
Mushroom,
your Sonic Invincibility, your Quake Quad Damage.
Okay.
And all of those things are things that you pick up and that for a limited period of time sort of gives you the power to turn things around.
Oh.
Did you say a mushroom is a power-up then? Because you get it and then based on failure, you lose it.
Well, this is the thing, isn't it? I mean, the mushroom isn't technically a lapsing power-up. It's like a permanent upgrade. Like
it's like an evolution.
Hypothetically.
It's not permanent because you can lose it, right?
Well, yes, but the point is the power-up previously listed, the Power Pill, the Star, the Quad Damage, all go away like just a brief, like a restricted power-up to help you turn things around.
Gotcha. You were thinking almost like a god, like a temporary god mode. With an invincibility star, or Sonic's invincibility, anything like that.
Yeah, the Rage of the Gods in God of War thing.
Yeah. I was thinking more of most of the things I jotted down were permanent upgrades that weren't combat focused first. These were not weapons. These are things that kind of change your character in ways that kind of unlock different ways of how you think about the world around you. Can a living thing be a power-up? Is Yoshi a power-up in Super Mario World?
No, he's a living thing with ideas and a personality and memories.
And possibly a family.
Don't you feel bad for using him to get us double jump
I don't know,
over an abyss?
Is like a Chocobo a power? Is Rambi the Rhino a power?
Are we powering each other up right now?
Oh
on the
my
podcast?
God, Eric's a power up.
Think about it.
Eric's
Look, when
absolutely.
you say
Eric is
power up,
100% a power up.
Yeah.
When you say power up, I immediately think of that dude in Dragon Ball Z yelling and his hair turning yellow.
His name is Goku. What are we doing? That dude?
That
I've
dude.
nev- I have
That
never
guy.
watched I've never watched Dragon Ball Z.
He's
What do you want?
important. He could be president
Why?
someday.
You've never watched it, but you immediately think of that? That's
Well, it's the classic.
interesting.
Well, to be perfectly honest, I mainly think of Supersonic, but I happen to know that Supersonic
It's
is
based on-
referencing Dragon Ball Z.
There's really no way to know. It's a
Okay,
chicken
my-
or the egg
My
situation.
man's just didn't want to mention Sonic,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
sympathize with that.
But going with my definition of power ups, I have one particular power up that is my favorite in all of gaming.
Let's hear it.
Partly for the benefit it adds, but also by the way it makes you rethink the way you play the game. Painkiller. Have you ever played Painkiller?
I've played Painkiller. I'm not sure what are you thinking of? Like the thing that always comes to mind with Painkiller is the stake gun.
No. There's a central mechanic in Painkiller where you pick up enemy souls.
Okay.
And when you pick up precisely 66 souls, the instant you pick up the 66th soul, you turn into a demon, and the screen like inverts all the colors, and you can just kill everything by looking at them. And this really crazy like audio plays. It's just like absolute fuck the world up mode.
That's
But what's
really
interesting is that it happens exactly on the moment you pick up the 66th soul, regardless of what other enemies are around, regardless of whether or not you want to turn into a superpowered demon at that point. So that means you have to be very careful
Sure.
about timing the moment when you pick up that
Wow.
66th soul.
I like that. Is it easy to avoid picking up this? Is it easy to like get 65 and then to wait to get your 66? Or is it kind of like, well,
Generally.
the 65th fell here, so whatever that happens next is going to be the 66th? I
I'd
like that.
I'd
I
say
like
it's. I mean, I'd say it's fair.
Mhm.
It's fair. You understand that when an enemy dies, then after a few seconds, their soul will pop out of their corpse, and if you stand over it, you'll suck it up.
Sure.
I would
Well-
say it's kind of hard to avoid doing that in the thick of battle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the design principle of that kind of thing has changed over the years for it to be a build up and then an initiation based on player desire, like double sticks in for rage mode in
Yeah.
God of War, or
Hmm.
like you still have that building up mentality, but then you choose when you use it.
Yeah.
I've never really seen it done in a way where it's like, oh, it just pops when you get
Yeah.
enough.
when you
that
fill
adds a
when you
little
fill
bit
this
of more
meter, you
dimension
have
to
no
it.
choice to hold it until when you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as I said, yeah, it's like, it's very analogous to jerking off, I suppose. You can try to hold it in, but if you take one step too far, it's just gonna go on without you.
You cannot combo fucking describing the painkiller power up to edging.
I like the idea of it's going to
It's
go
very,
on
it's
without
very much
you.
like edging. That's the perfect the analogy. Edging.
it might be, but I'm fuck.
I do.
Well, we're all adults
well,
here.
it's fine. Yeah,
Why can't we talk about edging
we'll
among friends?
tie. Listen, all of our favorite heroes edge. One thing that's different about that case, as opposed to like a Mario Star or Sonic invincibility, is that in those games, usually the star or the invincibility is placed in an area that expects you to then be able to use it a bunch. I was replaying Mario Galaxy this weekend, and a lot of the levels have star placement on areas where you can then go crazy and kill a bunch of dudes. And if you kill a lot of dudes, maybe you get a combo and you get one-ups and everything. So it almost seems like they're specifically placed in areas where they can be utilized. Whereas, the difference in God of War or Devil Trigger and Devil May Cry is that you choose when to instigate. Or the difference in Painkiller is kind of like, well, it's going to happen when this meter is full, and the meter doesn't really care, where you are when it's full.
I think with those games, it's kind of the instance we've got a War or Painkiller. The level of action is kind of constant. There aren't really instances in God of War per se where, you go into a room and there's like a couple enemies. It's usually, or with like Bayonetta, you go in and there is a massive gauntlet of enemies. So there's always an instance where you kind of want to engage with those things. And
Sure.
I usually use them when I'm on the back foot. And I'm like, right, I need to kill these things, right? These things need to die.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess in Painkiller, it's always like constantly going. Like you said, it's hard to gauge when you're going to get that power up in the thick of battle, which is constant.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
doesn't really matter when it pops.
But I guess I appreciate it because one thing that I appreciate about the concept of the power up is that it's an instant game changer. It's an instant shift in the way you approach the game.
Yeah.
And when the painkiller just throws that at you, it's stimulating, I suppose. It's
Sure.
exciting to have to think on your feet.
Yeah.
I remember watching like a video of someone trolling other players in Team Fortress 2. I mean, this was like way before that sort of thing was mainstream. One of the ways they chose to troll the other players was to ubercharge a sniper. And if you've never played Team Fortress 2, ubercharge is the thing you basically only use on your major offensive classes because it's what drives like the major push into enemy territory. You can make a heavy invincible, they can just kick the shit out of the enemy like defensive line. Snipers don't get much benefit from being ubercharged. So after the sniper gets ubercharged, like the sniper goes, "What the fuck? Don't overcharge the sniper!" And then they just sort of go into a massive panic. Like they pull out their like machete and just sort of sprint towards the enemy lines, going, "Ah! I've been overcharged. I've got to do something to make the most of it."
I
love that.
I like it when a power up, and this can be used in the examples we've just been speaking about, and or Metroidvania power ups or like upgrades. I want it to change how I think about the current task at hand, and or rethink what I've been doing previously. Like you said, that is a funny example, but the Ubercharge is the same thing. It made the sniper pull out a melee weapon, get off their perch, and like charge. Even though that's a troll, I like the idea of this power up, this thing is making me tackle the task in a different way. The star's the same way, right? You then barrel towards enemies. You want to go into the fray rather than jumping on them. So I want it to change that thought process.
The thing about the Mario Star is it sort of removes the challenge of avoiding enemies and sort of adds a new challenge. The new challenge is to kill as much as you can while not falling down a pit.
Yeah, and to build
Yeah,
that
while
combo,
not
because
getting
once you
over-
get 10, you get extra
Yes.
lives.
Because it's very easy to get overexcited and miss a jump while you're in invincibility mode in Super Mario Brothers.
Thus the edging.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. The way I thought about this prompt a little bit differently, and I was thinking of kind of non-combat upgrades, but permanent things.
Yeah.
And also over the weekend, I wrapped up a replay of Resident Evil Code Veronica, and that game's kind of bad. But at a certain point, you find a fanny pack, and you get 2 extra item slots. And it sounds so fucking dumb, but it legitimately like changed the way I played the game because I had 10 instead of 8 item slots. Like, oh, now I can bring more guns into an unknown combat scenario, or oh, now I don't have to worry too much about carrying a couple key items on me, wondering when I'm going to use them because I have 2 extra item slots. So it felt super mundane, but it was almost like getting some like chores done around your house that like aren't glamorous or sexy, but at the same time, at the end of the weekend, you're like, damn, like this is just a better quality of life I have now.
Yeah. Like I felt that a lot in Dredge. I mean, because that's the whole thing, the whole Tetris inventory system. You feel it a lot in Resi as well. Just getting those really small upgrades, but then change how you view your inventory system. Like 2 slots in Dredge could change how you slot in the entire combo of fish. So those micro upgrades felt really impactful as you get bigger and better. So it feels really, really good.
Have you seen that new New York Times game, Pips?
I have, yeah, the one with the kind of the dominoes.
Yeah, that kind of makes me think of rearranging stuff in Dredge a bit as well.
Okay.
Yeah, because
That
you're
sounds
needing
fun.
to think about things placements, whether they're vertical or horizontal and everything. Yeah.
Actually, there's an indie game I played called Backpack Hero. That's basically the whole game's based around rearranging stuff in your backpack, and the things have like synchronicities if you like put them next to each other, and you're trying to maximize your effectiveness.
Sure.
Yeah, I played that one too.
It's kind of fun.
Was that the
So
one?
I
Yeah, I think so.
So I gave my favorite power up of all time.
God,
Who else has got
now I'm
one?
worried about just the one because I just had like a bunch of one word I just wrote down was magnets. I like magnets in games.
Magnets?
I think magnets are
You like
fun.
magnets?
That's a good.
I like magnets when
Mine's boring.
What's your boring
You know
one? I
what,
want to hear your boring one.
Well, before you get to that, I was just going to say I've been playing a bit of God, name the bugger.
Silk Soak?
the dwarf game, the game with the dwarfs.
Dwarf Fortress?
That could be a lot.
No,
Oh,
the mining dwarfs.
Oh, Deep Rock
Deep Rock
Galactic
Galactic.
Survivors.
Deep Rock Galactic, thank you. I've been playing a lot of Deep Rock Galactic Survivors
Sure.
on my Steam Deck in the evenings because that's all I've got a headspace for, like after a long day's work. And it's got that classic thing, that Vampire Survivors thing, where the area ends up being strewn with experience tokens. But every now and again, you pick up a magnet power-up, and everything just gets sucked right into you, and there's something so inherently cathartic about that, isn't there?
Completely agree. That was like a go-to charm I would have, except for like boss runs in Hollow Knight, just because, or in Silksong. In both games, I guess I had the magnet ones, but because I like having the things pulled towards me, not having to worry about that. That's always like something I go to in like the Ratchet and Clank games. Usually have an upgrade to where you can have the little bits and bobs. Because I like clearing a room of everything, and that is an ability that could just save me a bunch of time. I could just focus on combat and platforming, and the things will get sucked to me.
Did you ever, when you were a kid, get satisfaction from filling up the bath or the sink with water and just pulling the plug and watching it all get sucked down the plug hole?
Or like unplugging
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what the magnet power-up in Survivors games feels like.
Yeah, if I ever play, I've played a lot of Vampire Survivors, and that's always one of the go-tos as well. It's always part of my repertoire of things I go for because it's extremely useful. But also, if I think back to games like Diablo or Path of Exile, it's really interesting that as you gain power and you get progressive power-ups and abilities, the gameplay becomes more about not thinking about what you're doing, and the satisfaction is, it was very difficult and tedious to play originally, like with Vampire Survivors, for example. But then as you gain an infinite amount of power, you then just start walking around and everything dissolves around you, and there's satisfaction. You'd think taking away gameplay and the thought process would be not satisfying, but it is because of that juxtaposition.
But it totally works.
It's catharsis, the third leg of my three-leg appeal of video games theory. The popping bubble wrap factor.
What are the other two legs? If catharsis is the third leg.
Yes, the first two are context and challenge.
Okay.
The three ways appeal lies in video game. Context, the story, getting to know that you're killing dirty monsters and saving the people. Challenge, that's the obvious one. Overcoming challenges, feeling better about yourself. And catharsis, just blowing the heads off zombies in Resident Evil 4. It's fun. I can't explain why.
I love that they're all C's. You alliterative twat. I love it.
The true meaning of CCC.
The three C's, I call it.
I love that.
I dig that.
Jay, what were you said yours was boring. Did you mention it yet?
Well, mine's boring, but it shows up in a lot of games and is the quintessential thing you expect in specific genres, which is just double jump. I think double jumping is something that allows for a complete rethink of how you view the game. And once you get it, you know.
What was the first game with a double jump?
Super Ghouls and Ghosts was the first one I remember.
It was a pretty genius invention because jumping's one thing, but course correcting in the middle of a jump, ooh, that's adding like exponential amounts of nuance to the process of jumping.
The 1984 game Dragon Buster, apparently.
Okay, you just Googled it.
Yeah, well, fucking course I did. I don't know off the top of my head.
Maybe I'm old-fashioned, but I aspire to be the kind of person who can answer questions without Googling them. Maybe,
were you going to get to 1984's Dragon Buster?
No, I would have said...
There's only one thing you're busting all over, Dragon.
I'm the type of person who aspires to learning. If 3 people on the podcast don't know the answer to something, I will look it up so we can all become better humans.
All right, fine. Well, now we know that, and we won't have to look it up again if it ever comes up again.
I'm never going to remember
someone
Dragon
in
Buster.
chat donate next week, next episode. Someone please donate and say, wait, what was the first game to have a double jump?
I wasn't going to remember.
Dragon Buster.
I'm still going to say Super Ghouls and Ghosts was the first one I played. Double jumps are interesting because I feel like they've evolved over time, or there's like modifiers onto them. How do you guys feel about...
When did it become...
Oh, go ahead.
When did it become de rigueur for the second jump to be like a multiple somersault?
Oh, like you jump and then you do a little flip in the air.
Jump,
and then the second one is
like turns into like a somersault with the second jump.
I guess it feels more in a way not realistic. Well, double jumping is in no way, shape, or form realistic, but
No.
it feels more like acrobatics rather than just you're repeating the same animation again. You get like a special flip, and it feels more acrobatic. In a way.
It's not just like
Was
literally
that-
2 jumps in a row.
Was it Metroid that did that? I want to say it was Metroid that did the double jump into flip thing.
No,
I can
Metroid
see in
had
my
like
head,
an
I can
angle to
see
jump
Samus
that could be a
doing the-
flip. Because Metroid
going into a
has the
ball.
screw attack, which is
Yes.
kind of a different, which is an interesting thing because that kind of falls under the it's a movement ability that can also be a combat ability. Like we have the Super Mario cape from Super Mario World on the thumbnail, and that's one of those that you can spin around in a circle and use it to kill enemies and easily get Koopa shells and everything. But also you can use it to fly. And I always like those things that feel like they're kind of twofers. Like even the last year in Animal Well, like the frisbee. I thought the frisbee was so cool because like you had it didn't tell you that you could do all this stuff with it, but like you could like use it as a weapon, you could use it to hit faraway switches, and then you could just fucking chill on it. If you bounce it off a wall, you could just get on it and just fucking frizz across a level.
Animal Well is so good.
It was a good game.
Yes. I'm fond of that kind of elegance where like a single thing just completely covers multiple bases in game design.
Yeah. I'm now suddenly
Like,
thinking
you
about
know,
Oh, sorry,
it's-
go on.
Like it's nice to have a grappling hook because a grappling hook can like pull you towards somewhere you need to be, but you can also use it on enemies to like stun them, or you can use it to like pick up objects in the battlefield and bring them over to you.
That's a really interesting example for a power up because I think I've been debating this recently because I've been thinking about putting a grapple hook into the thing I'm working on.
Well,
And-
don't. They're in fucking every game.
Put it in.
Borderlands
Exactly.
4's got one
I
now.
haven't. There isn't one, but I've been thinking about it. But it got me thinking about how you tweak how a grapple hook works can completely change the functionality of like how you traverse the environment. So the classic way is like the hook shot where you have to do it on specific environments, but that's very contextual and I find it kind of boring.
Yeah, there's basically two kinds of grappling hook. There's the hook
Yeah.
shot, which, as you say, you just point at a thing and then you speed towards the thing. Or there's the actual grappling hook where you tether yourself to a point and then have to use like swinging and momentum
Yeah.
to actually get yourself to other places.
And then
And I think that's the more
yeah.
that's the more interesting grappling hook for my book.
It definitely
my
is,
mind.
but that kind of thing can break a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like when you add power-ups and abilities that give the player freedom, the level of chance that they are going to break your game and get to places they shouldn't be grows exponentially. But I think that's worth it because like if you get through in the testing, because if you have a grapple hook that can attach to anything and you can use the momentum of that swing to basically get anywhere, if you go somewhere where you very clearly shouldn't be, you're not going to go, man, this game sucks. Like, this game shit for letting me get here. You go, well, yeah, I kind of just, I shouldn't be here. I kind of broke the game.
Yeah.
That's on me. And you move on, right?
Yeah.
So,
Well, depends
like that.
where you end up, I suppose. If you end up like literally outside the map, then I'd usually go, "Yep, this game sucks. They shouldn't have let me do that." Yeah.
A couple other random notes. I just wrote, I like it when my dude splits in half. I like a game where you get a power up where your dude splits in half and you got two dudes now you got to worry about.
Can you
There's
can you
Like
example?
in New Super Mario Brothers? What-
yeah, or Mario
like-
3D World had the double cherry.
Yeah, that one.
You'd get a
That's what I
double
was thinking
cherry,
of.
and then you'd become two Marios that you controlled simultaneously. Like they would do the exact same things, but then you could get another double cherry and become four Marios, and you would have to like. Sometimes it was just like, oh, I could tank a bunch of hits, but other times it's like I need all four to get to the end of this level alive because they each need to stand on a separate switch so that I can
Man,
raise a thing. And I like that.
Mario can like take over people's minds. He can reproduce asexually. He's literally an alien parasite.
What can he
He's
do?
terrible.
He can befriend a
Terrible.
dinosaur and then toss that dinosaur into a pit in order for him to make it the extra time for the jump. He's great.
What a monster.
There's also
He
Gooigi.
is
Gooigi
terrible.
was kind of like splitting. I don't know if you guys remember Gooigi from
Yeah,
Luigi's
I
Mansion
remember.
I
3.
see Luigi
I
splitting.
remember Gooigi.
Yeah, he's
Best
great.
animations in gaming.
I kind of like goo, just in general in games. More games should have goo.
So I guess you can like categorize power ups. You have the things that make you like safer, like the defense-based ones, like the Mario Star, that means you're immune to damage.
Sure.
There's the offensive-based ones that make you stronger, like the quad damage. There's the ones that improve your traversal, like the ones that make you fly.
Sure. Or like
What other categories could we have, do you think?
I guess there's like very like context sensitive ones. There's like, oh, this is like an ice power that allows you to. I guess maybe that is movement though. That like, oh, you can shoot ice in front of you and kind of ice skate to move faster.
Because I noticed that I think I mentioned in some emblematic ones a surprising number of your stats in like an RPG basically just boil down to how much damage you take and how much damage you do.
Sure.
And I'm interested in like exceptions, you know, because
Sure.
if you can't have power ups that make you attack better or defend you better or help you move better, is there what else is there? Do you think?
How would you categorize resource power ups in the sense of you get a power up or an upgrade that allows you to do more of a thing? And
I don't know. I was going to say like duplicating yourself like doesn't feel like it fits into any of those three, which just makes it interesting.
Yeah.
But it seems wholly unique, kind of similar to the metal cap in 64, Mario 64, where it's only really used for like very specific
sink
challenges.
to the bottom of
whereas
something.
the wing cap can be used to do a lot of different things.
Yeah.
The metal cap is like only for traverse specific areas.
I like that. I mean, yeah, like I don't know if we count sentient things as abilities, but like getting a second character that is not controlled by you, that is not a permanent party member.
An option, like an option in a shooter.
Like Ico.
Like
you know, they call them options in like the shoot 'em up crowd.
Oh, okay.
Just like the drones that hover around you and shoot independently of you.
Yeah, I love a power up or a ability that is like a set it and forget it, like the cog flies in Silk Song. I like of just being like toss a couple of them out. And you guys do you.
Yeah,
I have so many hours in Terraria.
Yeah.
And the one thing I do religiously is just do summon builds. Like I always do summon builds. The idea of slowly creating an army so that when I get to the end of the game, I don't need to think. Like my army just destroys the boss, and then I just like sit there and have a cup of tea.
That's how I've always played. Yeah. That's how I've always played Diablo games. I always pick like the Necromancer or equivalent.
It kind of makes
just
stuff
like
less
ends up with
lonely.
like 500. Yeah, you got like 50 mates. You just stand at the back of your army of 50 mates.
It is a way to make a lonely single-player game, or a game you are choosing to play single-player like Diablo, makes it feel less lonely. I even when I was replaying the original Hollow Knight, you get the thing. I think it's through the Circus DLC. I can't remember what it's called. The Grim Troop, I think. You get like a little familiar. And the further you get, you do a bunch of stuff, and the familiar can kind of get more and more powerful, which taken almost directly from like Symphony of the Night. But Hollow Knight's such a lonely game that just having that familiar along with me was just kind of nice. It was just kind of nice having a second dude with me as I was exploring. And I don't know, I like that. Like Mr. Zircon in Ratchet and Clank. I like just tossing up a second dude who just hangs out with me.
Oh, I've thought of another category of power-ups.
Hell yeah.
And this is for Mario Kart, and it's power ups that fuck up everyone except you.
Oh, okay. That do nothing. Like the lightning does nothing to you. It does something to everyone else.
Yeah, and that thing with the squid ink in the face.
Yeah,
that one too. Yeah, that's interesting. Like I haven't really been thinking about multiplayer games. I've just been thinking about single player.
Did you remember Carmageddon?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
That game was full of wacky power-ups. Like they introduced like pinball physics, where everything would just bounce off everything with like the same momentum it went into it with, or you'd get like the gravity from the moon power-up, where everyone just started floating through the air. And that was a weird one because it didn't specifically advantage you. It just made everything go silly.
Yeah, it could potentially disadvantage the people ahead of you.
Yeah. Interesting.
It was a curveball.
Curveball.
The mutually assured destruction power-up.
But you can plan for it, right? You can be like, well, everyone's about to come to a corner, so as soon as they come to that corner, I'll pop that power-up, and I know it's coming, so I can prep for it.
Theoretically, yeah. That would be that'd be how a strategic person would use it. Most people would just activate it
Spam
and go,
the
ha, 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 everything's gone to shit. I
Yeah.
don't care because I was losing.
Yeah.
I'm a little prick.
Yeah. How do you, Jay? Are you you're a pretty big Mario Kart fan? Do you have any desire to play the Sonic one that's coming out in a few days?
Yes, I dog on Sonic. It's become a bit of a meme at this point. I dog
beg your
on
pardon.
Sonic a lot.
You go dogging
and-
with Sonic.
Yeah, and we edge, till we get our power ups. That's just how it works.
You know who's into edging? Shadow the Hedgehog.
Absolutely into edging.
true.
He might have
Yes.
created
Yeah.
edging, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all about that edging.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen an echidna's penile?
Wait,
What
so are
was
you
the
going to play
question?
this game? Are you going to play the racing game?
I'm sorry.
Yes, I dog on Sonic a lot. It's become a bit of a meme, but I genuinely think the racing games are really
Pretty good.
fucking good. But that's because they're not Sonic games. They
Sure.
are kart races with the Sonic characters in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And,
keep saying
yeah.
if it's a good game and they've slapped an IP on it, why complain? I guess as long as it's a good
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm not someone to be like, well, it's Sonic, I'm not going to play it, because I think that's just a dumb way to have fun and enjoy life, right? Like, I will play it. If it's bad, it's bad. If it's not, I'll play it. I really liked, what was it, Racing Transformed was the last
Yeah,
one? Or
yeah.
Transform 2?
That one was great.
Yeah, I really like that game. I think I've 100%ed it. Like, I really, really like it.
You know, out
And
of
with the
context,
disappointment of World, I want to play
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
new Sonic Racing game.
you know, out of context, if someone just told you that you liked a game series called Sonic and you have absolutely no idea what that was, you'd probably assume it was a racing game before you assumed it was a hedgehog game.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be like,
Yeah,
oh, that's where you're
I
driving
would.
really fast. Like, so fast that you...
Or like
you,
a burger game.
Yeah.
Sonic Burger. Sonic, the new Sonic Race game has some interesting. I like that at the end of how you complete Grand Prix and you get whatever currency in order to unlock shit in the main mode. But I like that
Yeah.
not only do you get a currency based on how well you do, but there's also like auxiliary things like, oh, you ran over the most item boxes, you collected the most rings, you were the person who got to choose which level transforms into what. Like, I like how there's kind of
Very Mario Party.
yeah,
it's
and
very Mario
so
Party, isn't it?
yeah, and you get those, and it doesn't like impact who wins the race, but it just impacts how much currency you get, and then you can go and buy, I don't know, a fucking hat for the crocodile guy. There's a crocodile, right? Like
That's good. Yeah.
there's like a
'Cause
deep cut
Vector-
Sonic crocodile.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That man.
Vector the crocodile from Sonic Heroes.
Is he
I'm
the one who's
ashamed that I
Australian?
know
Is there
that.
one that's like kind of Australian?
There was that one who was the villain of Sonic Superstars, who I think was supposed to be a dingo.
Yeah, okay, I'm thinking of a dingo dude. Yeah, shout to dingoes, by the way.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yes. Just stop eating babies, dingoes. That's not on. That's
Do you
not
think-
cool.
I think
How many babies have dingoes actually eaten? They can't have eaten too many.
I think it was one.
Well,
right?
yeah,
And it
one.
did
That's
actually
probably
happen.
why. I mean, that's probably why it was such a big story, because dingoes don't get babies that often.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of babies, I think with the Sonic example of you get rewarded for how many boxes you went through or coins you collected, blah 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 blah. I think with power ups, it's important to realize that a lot of games are designed for young children, and having instances of invulnerability and or excitement with like the music when you get the Mario power up and star, it's really exciting for children and allows them to access parts of the game that they might not otherwise because they find it too difficult. And I
Yeah.
think
Well-
that's really important.
Well, kids get excited about everything. My ex-roommate had like a son. He had visitation on every now and again, and he'd just sit there. And he'd stand in the middle of the living room holding the controller and jump up and down while he played. Little shit.
I love that. I think that's so cute.
That's great.
I think that's so cute. I also like.
Well, I say little shit because I'd always catch him picking his nose, and he was using my fucking controller.
Oh well, yeah. I'll do
One
it.
arsehole.
You got to get it. You got to like. You should have made it a legal booger-free zone. Then he couldn't have done that.
Uh-huh.
Then he would have went to child jail.
Listen, I've tried telling my kids not to pick their noses. That is a hill you cannot want to die on.
You know what the
There
secret
is
is?
no.
When you get a big one, it
beating
feels
that
good. Feels good when you get a big one.
You know what? I pick my nose. I think a lot of people do. The
Yeah.
difference is I don't eat the foul stuff.
No, I don't eat
immediately go wash my hands off in the sink.
I don't know why you'd eat it. There's like there's food. Like you just go to the kitchen and get food.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
also
it's in
all
your
those-
nose.
Yes. Why would you eat it? It's full of the germs that your nose has been working very hard to not get into
That's
your
how I
system.
thank my nose. I say thank you.
Yes.
I
How
will
come in
dispose of this.
post-apocalyptic games you're not allowed to eat boogers for like a little bit of health? Like in The Last of Us, you should be able to eat a booger for like a smidge more health.
You never saw what was it, Bear Grylls just like chomping on buggers. He's always drinking his piss, but never chomping on bugs.
I think I'd eat a bug before I drink my piss.
I definitely would.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, why break the habit of my childhood?
Sure. Sure. Maybe it'd be nostalgic. It'd be like, oh, it tastes like mom's peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Thought occurs that maybe the only reason we all ate our boogers, or bogies, as we would say in England,
Love bogies.
was that it was just because of convenience, because our nose was next to our mouth. If our penises were next to our mouth, or God forbid, our poo glands, maybe we'd all have grown up with the habit of drinking our own wee.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Constantly
I also
hanging
just
out
think kids like putting random shit in their mouths. It's like how they explore
Yeah.
when they're
What
young.
what a lovely thought to have.
You know what the problem is? You know who taught him? Kirby.
Fucking Kirby.
Kirby.
Before Kirby's first game, nobody had ever eaten.
No, and then mouthful mode came along. Wait, Kirby is just a walking power up machine. That's the best kind of power up. He's like,
Oh,
you got
okay.
something? That's mine now. I like
That's
that power
mine.
up. That's a good power up. Like,
Kirby
I'm
doesn't
gonna
have
have
a
a bite
nose.
of that.
Kirby doesn't eat his bogies.
No, but he eats a dude.
The
He like
world
eats
is
a. He
Kirby's
puts a
bogey.
dude in his mouth and he becomes dude. Or he could put car in his mouth and become car, like mattress and become
I am
mattress.
become
The-
dude, destroyer of worlds.
Yeah, it's
The
great.
vor machine that is Kirby is terrifying.
Yeah,
when you
I like
really
when he
think
eats
about
like
it.
fridge or like washing machine. He becomes like a big appliance. Kirby's great.
Yeah.
I remember seeing the trailer. The moment I saw him transform into a car, I was petrified. I was like, "This is horrifying."
Yeah, you mean petrolified?
Yes.
Oh, done him. Diesel.
I don't have anything else to say with power ups.
Well, I guess we better go to super chats then.
Incredible.
Starting with Fungus Finder, who gives $2 to say, "Our special items are power up, double dash, giant banana."
Oh, and that I didn't know what a giant banana was, and then he two chats later says, to be clear, only DK and Diddy get the giant banana. What is that? Is it like a giant? Does it just make you large?
I don't know.
Oh, I just googled giant
Okay,
banana.
never
It's
would-
insane. Oh, there are some
Okay.
huge bananas out there. There are some big bananas out in the wild. That one was crazy.
I'm sure. Raven comes in with their weekly word of the week for week 18, which is vociferous. You know what vociferous means?
Is a
You might
vociferous
be
like
able
someone
to
who's
get
like really passionate about something?
Sort of. You might get a hint from the first three letters in that it means someone who's loud and talky.
Oh, okay.
As in vocal.
Oh, gotcha.
Someone who speaks too much.
Yeah. Someone like, exuberant with their talking.
Someone lugubrious. Still
No,
know what that
lugubrious
one
means sad.
Fuck. I keep hearing lube in
Same
the middle
thing.
and thinking
Those
it
things
means
come-
slippery.
No.
Okay. Well, I'll figure it out someday.
Fungus Finder gives oh yeah, we've done that one. Alex Armstrong gives $2 and says Sonic's invincibility and its music over the years. Da 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 da. It's very hard to hum though.
Wouldn't
Yeah,
it? I
but that's
will
another
s-
reason why the Sonic racing games are so good, because it's none of the wank gameplay and all of the great music. So
And this one's got Ichiban from
Oh my goodness.
It's a win-win.
Like a Dragon. Yeah, you could be the Ninja Turtles. I think they said SpongeBob and Mega Man
Yeah.
are coming.
Wait, it's got Ichiban, but does it have Kazuma Kiryu?
No, it's got Ichiban. It's got Joker from P5. Apparently, Mega Man's coming.
No.
The Turtles are coming.
No Kazuma Kiryu.
Turtles Origin.
Couldn't you imagine him with like his knees up by his
He
ears,
would love
riding
it.
his little go
Having a fucking scowl on his face, but you know he loves it.
Yes, with that permanent like
Really wants that
stone
win.
expression.
Yeah.
Anyway, you know what put me in mind of it was when they fucking the dude from Shenmue into one of those games.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
looking for his sailors. I think
Yeah,
he was in
Transformed,
Transformed.
yeah.
What a dumb series of games. They're great.
Fuzzy Freestyle gives $5 says getting the double jump in any Metroidvania. Hey, there you go. It
Yeah.
always opens up the game both in exploration and combat. I would say the dash tradition these days is more of the universal combat stroke traversal power.
Do you prefer a dash to have iframes so you can go through an enemy, or do you want to jump and dash over them?
I like going through an enemy. Like a shadow
Ooh,
dash, I
have
think
the
is always
stuff-
cool.
I guess I'm used to like the dash having iframes enough that I kept doing it in Silksong, assuming I would have iframes, and I was badly wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's fucking muscle memory.
Sure.
I blame one of any number of Metroidvanias where the dash has iframes, and I can't think of any
think
off the top of my
Ori-
head. But yeah,
Ori
there you
does,
go.
I think.
That'll do. That one.
That sounds
I
Whatever.
could be wrong.
Lost Crown might have had that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like.
Possibly. Yeah.
Speaking of double jump, was Celeste the first game to introduce there is an item that can give you back your double jump even if you've already used your double, there's a node in the map.
I don't think it was the first, but I think it was the one that popularized it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was the thing again, like Prince of Persia Lost Crown, some of the platforming challenges. I like that kind of takes the idea of like you only get one dash and one double jump per combo and kind of resets the combo. And I always think that's an interesting thing.
Didn't Guacamelee do that?
Man,
I seem to remember them having some very complicated traversal challenges towards the end.
That was long enough. I remember it getting kind of tough, but yeah, that was long enough ago that I don't remember exactly. But yeah, I like that.
Man, Guacamelee was pretty good.
It was pretty good.
Guacamelee 2, not so
much. It didn't
much.
need some of that like background meme shit. Like it didn't need like a lolcat or whatever in the back. Like you're better.
Yeah, that was a bit
you're better than that.
That was, as the kids say, cringe.
That was. The kids do say that.
Hack 9 Kringen.
The German kids? Is that what the German kids say?
These days, the way I define cringe is, does this seem like something Elon Musk would like? When I think of Guacamelee, I think, yes.
I like it.
Elon Musk would probably like this. Anyway, Thrilgamesh gives $5 and says, giving a little money because I got my college refund today and wanted to share the wealth. Love you guys. I'm sorry college didn't work out, Thrilgamesh, but I'm glad you got your money back.
Is that what a college refund meant? I was very confused by what college refund meant. Does that just mean the college giving them money back?
I don't know what that is.
Okay,
I
was getting confused. Like it was like a tax refund, but it's from college. But
let us know.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, Thrilgamesh.
Anyway, Seba Kingmaker gives 500 arses and says, I personally loved the sprint in Silk Song. It makes such a huge difference on how the gameplay feels, and it's such an improvement on the standard dash in the first Hollow Knight.
Agreed.
I found the sprint combined with using the thread to pull yourself along power was very helpful in that 10-phase gank squad room I keep complaining about.
Gank squad.
Yeah, especially the grapple. I think, like, I mentioned this in my video, but the moment you realize that the dash sprint is not only a dash, it's a sprint that leads into an extended jump and or combat integration is just fantastic design from a single button press. Like having all of these different options, and once you get used to that, like it's so fluid. I have lots of criticism of Silk Song, but I think the movement is so much better.
You know, that's something we didn't mention. Power-ups that depend on you being able to, like, move in one direction for a prolonged period. Like going through time in Sonic CD.
Sure.
Or
even
teleporting in Earthbound.
Teleporting Earthbound. Yeah. The super dash in Metroid. Like you need to get a good head of steam before you do that.
And dashing when in wolf form in Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Yeah.
Crystal dash in Hollow Knight.
Build up momentum in order to do that.
Yeah. Those are fun.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah. Alter gameplay have to make you think in a different way. Love it.
Snake in the Garden, member for 22 months in tip jar. Thank you very much. Snake in the Garden then gives us €2 and says, is getting Torrent in Elden Ring a power-up? Smiley face. No. That's just a basic mechanic, isn't it?
Can a power-up be living?
Well, you can miss it if you don't rest at that one bonfire.
If you're a twat, if you're a maidenless twat.
Dundum. Absolutely dundum. I guess this gets into our can a living thing be a power-up. I think it can. Yeah. I don't know if Torrent is a power-up because it just feels too important to be a power-up. Although we were talking about like double jump
Yoshi's a power-up if Torrent's a power-up.
Oh, that's true.
If a mushroom's a power-up, Yoshi's a power-up.
Are the horses that you get in Red Dead 2 power-ups? And are they still power-ups if I take them into the middle of a town and I kill them in the middle of the street just to see what the various people say?
Yeah, whenever you arrive to your destination, just cap the horse. And
Arthur, you killed your horse!
Again.
Let's not argue the semantics. Benjamin Street, member for 18 months in tip jar. And then Alex Armstrong gives $5 and says, more upgrade than power up, but loves Sonic's Thunder Shield. Double jump, grabs rings from afar, protects you from electricity, and shocks robots in water.
That
Would you
might
lose it in water, though?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't remember. But that's a good that's a good version of something that does a bunch of the things we just mentioned. It does magnet, it does double jump, and it can hurt things. Or
it's the fire shield that you lose in water.
Oh, that makes
What
sense.
Sonic game is that from?
3 and Knuckles.
3 and Knuckles. Yeah. Yeah, those were good.
Yeah.
Those shields.
Agreed.
Like there was 3 kinds of shields, and they had different like ancillary powers. Like the water shield lets you breathe underwater.
Oh yeah.
And bounce off
and
the
you
ground.
can kind of do like a bubble bounce. Yeah.
Yeah, and the fire shield let you like project yourself forward like a Knuckles thing. And the electricity shield did all the things described there.
Yeah.
Thrill Gamesh gives $5 and says, I think Helldivers changed the power-up game. Oh, you mean the dial a power-up situation?
I've literally never played a game of Helldivers 2. What does that mean?
So, yeah, how it works is periodically throughout the battles, and I think it consumes a resource until it reloads. If I remember correctly, you have to like do a combination of button presses in a sequence to cool down specific power-ups that will do different things, right? Cool down ammo. It will cool down like a hell bomb to blow up an area.
Sure.
But I genuinely believe that the one thing that makes Helldivers work just in general is the fact that there's friendly fire. I think if all of those bombs and all of those things didn't have friendly fire, they would be extremely boring.
Yeah.
But because you have the threat of hurting everyone else at any point, everything becomes exciting.
I love it.
It's really cool.
That sort of thing ties in well with the theme, when the theme is that you represent an extremely incompetent military.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
cool.
very Starship Troopers, because they're constantly
You said you have to enter a button combo. Is it like is it meant to be tough? Is it something you're supposed to memorize?
Up, down, left, right, up. Like, yeah, the bigger the bomb, the bigger the combo.
And you have to enter it in like a small amount of time. It's like fuck, I gotta get this done.
Yeah, it's like
basically,
and you can memorize them. It's really sick.
Yeah. Raven gives $5, says, going to give my vote to the Pac-Man power pellet. It not only is it one of the OG power-ups, but it fundamentally changed the game as you played it.
Yeah.
Quite,
that
as I was saying, like
the
Mario Star.
That might be like the Typhoid Mary of power-ups. That's like feels like the OG power-up.
And then the frustration becomes, no, stop running away from me. I want to be friends now.
My favorite OG power-up is in Pong, when I would throat punch my opponent and I would win.
Yeah, I guess it's another type of power. IRL power-ups. So you didn't think about those, like using the ultimate credit. The ultimate power-up is putting in your credit card and like downloading like a bunch of currency in a game, and then all of a sudden you feel really powered up because I've purchased $100 worth of currency.
Well, one question I was going to ask is, what's your favorite power-up in something that isn't a video game? Like in at the end of Street Fighter the movie, where Raul Julia like comes back to life and starts doing his psycho crushes and shit.
Sure. That's good. That's a good question.
Jess just brought me vitamins. She gave me IRL power-ups.
Is that a real power-up? Yeah.
Yeah, brought me vitamin gummy.
Honestly, getting on TSA pre-check feels like a power-up. Like not having to worry about TSA lines feels like a power-up.
Getting your first car.
So I was referring to like stuff in like movies and TV, like Popeye eating his spinach.
Oh,
now there's an iconic power-up.
Yeah, I was just thinking like a bunch of whiskey.
Someone needs to make a game where when you get like a power-up, it makes the Popeye the Sailor Man music.
I'm sure there are Popeye
games. There's got to be a Popeye game.
Yeah, I remember playing one on the Game Boy way back when.
Yeah, probably real shitty.
Yeah, it makes me think of, you ever see that Nicolas Cage movie, Next?
Is that, where he plays a dude who a couple seconds in the future or something?
He's a dude who can predict a few seconds into the future, and there's a sequence where he uses that power to sort of figure out where someone is in like a maze, and it's shown by the film shows him like splitting off into clones of himself to sort of like illustrate that's what he's doing.
Sure.
And that made me think, this is save scumming.
Yeah,
this is Nicolas Cage save scumming in a film.
That's exactly what he's doing.
Love it.
Yeah. Goku, your best friend Goku in Dragon Ball Z. He might have been the first. He can't have been the first, but he's the earliest I can think of right now that is killing God with the power of friendship, because that's what a spirit bomb is. A spirit bomb is when like every living being on Earth needs to like send him good vibes, and he turns the good vibes into a large orb that he throws at his.
There's probably people in like the four corners of the earth who feel a little bit, put out whenever he calls upon it.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, again,
what have
fucking
you done for
Goku!
me?
I was in the middle of something. I'm trying to jerk off.
Goku's never visiting Montana.
Goku, go away.
Goku, what have you done for Montana lately? Why should I be giving you my spirit energy?
Yeah.
I think like power-ups like that, you need to be careful that there's a fine line between power-up and Deus Ex Machina.
Sure.
Just like this.
I mean, that is a power-up, right? That's just sort of a out of left field, write yourself out of a corner kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the Popeye the Sailor Man theme is the Deus Ex Machina of Popeye.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Blistered Soul gives £199. Says Jack 1 Eco, speed stroke strength, solves combat and puzzles. Yeah, I never played any Jack and Daxter games. It's a blind spot of mine.
We just
playing through them, haven't you, Mai?
Yeah, we just wrapped up the first one, Casey's first time through, and yeah, Eco is like kind of a thing. Every power up in the game is kind of like a different flavor of eco, which is like a natural earth energy. And they're cool because some like they're used to, you can collect it and then beat a bunch of enemies, or you need to use it in order to run across a level really quick in order to initiate like a switch or a platform that can only be instigated once you have that power up. So yeah, Jack 1 feels like it is like a very neat evolution of the 3D platforming formula, and then Jack 2 was clearly inspired by Grand Theft Auto 3 and went dark and open world, and was kind of like every game. Like it was just that's just what you did in the early aughts.
Yes, it was the grim phase.
Yeah,
it was the awkward teenage phase of video games. Hjorth87 gives 20 Danish kroner and says, Marty, loved your essay. That's how Baldur's Gate 3 made me feel.
Hey.
Referring to your video that went up today on how the NPCs in Silksong are the MVPs.
Yeah.
As you've been fond of saying.
As I did. Great video. I'm really happy with how it turned out. Casey smashed the edits. So yeah, give that one a watch. I don't think there's any big spoilers or anything for Silksong. So even if you're early in the game, you can check that one out. It's good stuff. Justice for sure.
Alex Armstrong gives $2. Says Doom 4's Berserk. Fun, funny, and gory to rip up demons. Berserk was, of course, in the original Dooms, but it was weird because you'd get your Berserk power up, and which would basically just multiply your punch damage by a factor of 10, and the screen would go red, and then the red would fade away, but you'd still have the power until the end of that level.
Weird. Do you lose anything once the red goes away, or was it more of just playtesters said that this was kind of annoying that everything was red for the rest of the level?
No, you don't lose anything when the red goes away. You still have like the massively increased punch damage. I wonder if it was an oversight.
Yeah, could have been.
Anyway,
wait, Doom 4 is just Doom 2016, right?
Yes, that's what he meant.
Okay, gotcha.
There was going to be a Doom 4. Like it was going to be like closer to a sort of modern military shooter thing, but
glad that didn't happen.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
Faisal gives 25 SARs and says, hello all, big fan. Jamate, if you read Mogworld, can you give us your reaction to it? It is my favourite book and my friends still quote it to this day.
Yeah, well, what I can do is I'm about to wrap up my reread of the Lord of the Rings trilogy, about halfway through Return of the King. So what I'll do is I'll put it next on the list. You've done audio bits of that, right?
Yeah.
Cool. I'll give that a listen.
People like my audiobooks.
Boom. I will put that next. Then I will give you my verdict.
How often do you do a Lord of the Rings reread?
Once a year.
Wow.
Why?
Because I
why do you rewatch?
Really,
why do you replay
really
anything?
like Lord of the Rings.
Why do you redo anything?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Why
I
do you
just don't.
replay
I don't reread books. Are like one of the only things I very rarely reconsume. Movies, TV shows.
Yeah, I
don't really. I used to reread a lot when I was a teenager, but
yeah,
now I don't. I prefer to read new books.
I actually just reread The Long Walk. Actually, that was like the first book I've reread in a very long time. because I read it in high school.
Yeah,
and then I read it again for the movie.
it's the sense of I always rewatch YouTube videos and stuff, and somebody my old housemate came in and saw me watching a video he knew I'd watched multiple times, and he was like, "Why are you watching that?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's a good question." And I heard another YouTuber as a psychologist say that we like to repeat things because you're actively engaging your brain, but you're not really thinking because you know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And
Right.
rereading is that for me. I am so familiar with like Lord of the Rings and the world and the way it's written that listening to it or reading it is familiar, but it's
Sure.
engaging my brain. So it's like a way to relax. I do it before I go to bed.
I hear that.
Well, how very nice. Alex Armstrong gives $5 and says, mate likes time slow power. Gives perspective of moving at super speed, practice maneuvers in safe manner, and defeat foes carefully while they move slow.
I dig a time slowing power.
I-
I like that.
Yeah, love a time.
I
slot.
like
Which
time
time?
slow, but what I like even more is a game that has like a slow-mo moment, but then once you're done with the slow-mo moment, it shows you what it looked like in real time. I think Katana Zero does that.
Yeah,
And it makes
yeah.
me feel very badass.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that is great.
Yeah.
Katana
As
Zero is
fuck.
just a great example of everything ever.
Yes.
That's that game.
Witticism gives $5 and says, I like mid-raid power-ups that give certain players a special ability that they need to use to complete the fight. I remember Destiny doing it a lot. Kai.
Yeah, or like giving someone a specific task in a raid, like designating one person. It's a nice way to make someone feel special.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
you're
your
the-
job-
you,
your
you
job
are the
is
person
to-
who's responsible to this.
Yeah.
You are the person who is responsible for holding my coat. Make sure it doesn't
it's
touch
heavy.
the ground.
I
I'll
do
know.
Ah,
I do like those like very concrete jobs and roles. Like I mean obviously that's if you're playing a multiplayer
Well, this
game
is
like
that
that, you kinda
psychological
build
effect,
it.
isn't it? Like it's been proven that if you're in like a crisis situation, you just say, someone call the police.
Yeah.
Nobody will. But if you point to someone specifically and say, you call the police, they will do so.
Yeah.
And because it's a much more motivating thing.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I didn't we did the when we did those like Sea of Thieves streams and those whatever space Sea of Thieves was, we streamed that a couple times. Like those games
I've forgotten the name as
Yeah,
well.
I've already they didn't do that much for me as games, but I do like the idea of each of us has a task to do that is all funneling
A role.
into the one main goal.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
few games of making the most of that. Did you ever play Star Trek Bridge Crew? Probably not, because it was like a VR only game.
Yeah, you guys streamed that, didn't you?
No, this one was a VR game. They streamed the sort of the more like top-down management-y. I think
okay.
Star Trek Bridge Crew was almost
I
like
love that.
Pulsar. That was the name of it. Pulsar. It was almost
Yeah,
like Sea
it
of Thieves,
was-
but Star Trek.
Yeah, it was like that. But everyone was on the bridge pressing buttons on the console.
We were speaking about Star Citizen and its disastrous early access for the last 13 years on DevHeads on Friday. And somebody asked why I dumped so much money into it. It's like $300. And that was because that game, the bigger the ship is in Star Citizen, it needs people to man in different parts of it. So some are on guns, some are on engines, some are on navigation. And I bought a big ship so that when I thought the game was going to come out in a couple years, back in 2015, I was like, I'll buy a big ship so that me and all my friends can pilot
Yeah.
this massive ship and we can have like a great time.
10
Lo and
years
behold, it's
later.
been 13 years. Yeah.
Hey, I've got a game recommendation for you. It's
Yeah.
called Jump Space, and it literally just came out.
Oh,
And
that's
We
the
played
game.
that at
It's
GDC.
and we played it at GDC, and it's exactly what you want, and you didn't need to wait 13 fucking years for it.
Awesome. Yeah. I'll check it out.
Okay, to be fair, it's 13 plus years because the game's certainly not coming out this year, so the wait
Yes.
will continue.
They said the story mode might be out next year, but I'll believe it when it's in my hands.
Oh, be still my heart. That just means they're going to publish the novelization. Well, where am I? Doublefinger gives €2 and says, I'd have thought a game named Sonic would be a music game.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean the word Sonic, I feel like that's like a Rorschach test of like what is Sonic? What is the first thing
Yeah.
you think of when you hear Sonic? Some people are gonna say burgers, some people are gonna say the hedgehog.
Okay, Hedgehog.
Yeah.
Inflation.
Yeah. Seattle Supersonics. Inflation?
I think of submarines because I
Oh,
got the
like
word
sonar.
confused with sonar.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Anyway, Alex Armstrong gives $5 and says, oh, come on, Yahtzee, you'd yell at Shane Hurlbut too for moving a light while in the middle of a dramatic and emotional scene. It's very unprofessional. referencing me talking about Christian Bale yelling on a film set in my most recent semi-emblematic.
That was
Terminator, I believe.
Was it set of
It was the movie.
what was the movie?
Terminator
Terminator
Salvation.
Oh yeah,
it
that's
was.
it. Yeah. There's also Tom Cruise yelled at everyone on the set of one of the Mission Impossible movies because it was like early in COVID and someone wasn't wearing a mask. And he's like, "You're gonna get this whole fucking show shut down." He's great.
Completely fair.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
shouldn't
Oh, that
be
would. Yeah, that
screaming
would.
at that person.
Yeah. Christian Bale kind of being a dick. Tom Cruise there. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, everything I hear about Tom Cruise is that he's okay to work with. I mean, that's why he continues getting cast in things to his current age.
He's just a prominent member of an awful cult.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
But apart
there
from
is
that,
Apart from that, small old chestnut.
he's a murderer. But
mean,
once
I've-
you get to know him,
I mean, I've heard it said that if you want to make it in show business, there's 3 characteristics, and you need 2 of them: be massively talented, meet your deadlines,
That's a good one.
and be easy to work with.
Yeah.
You can't count on the first, so focus on the other 2.
Yeah, you can meet deadlines and be easy to work with, regardless of how talented you are.
Exactly. How talented is Tom Cruise? Debatable, but apparently he's easy to work with
He's pretty good at Magnolia.
most of the time. Whoa! Oh, hang on, almost missed Tsunami Douche's $20 there. Tsunami Douche gave us $20 and then said said bugger all, as you might expect.
Thank you so much,
That's
Tsunami
nice.
Doucher. But I did like that the following name did work really
Yeah.
well for you to kind of be like, whoa, let me go back.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The name is Whoa. They give us $5 and says Trails in the Sky. First has the best JRPG combat ever. Make sure you don't sleep on it. Strategic management of power-ups is the essential part of its combat.
Trails in the
So
Sky.
that's a old
Never even
that's a JRPG series that's been going on and telling one story for a very long time. They just remade the first game that just came out, I think last week or this
okay.
week. Trails in the
is
Sky
that first chapter?
Yeah, so it's remaking the first chapter of it. But it is one of those things where there's like a dozen of these games, and it's all like talking about the same war, I think.
Damn.
And I've heard nothing but good things from the people who play it, but it also seems like a large commitment.
Fungus Finder gives $2 and says Big Banana blocks the way like a banana but bigger.
I like that Fungus Finder just keeps telling us about this large banana. So it blocks
Well,
the way, but
apparently-
does it make people
yeah.
slip? What happens when the first person hits it? Does it turn into several small bananas?
Aha.
I need to know what happens to the large banana. And you would think Donkey
Well,
Kong and Diddy Kong wouldn't
when,
want to drop a large banana. Their whole thing is like, we're obsessed with bananas. Like they are like, they wouldn't want to like just.
Well, the point is they're
haphazardly
not
leave-
bananas, they're banana skins.
That's
So
true.
they eat the banana, then they throw the skin onto the road
I don't like the term banana
as
skin.
a hazard.
I don't like the term banana skin.
Well,
I call
you
it-
would
we
say
call it
banana peel,
Yeah,
I
just
suppose.
skin. I don't like the idea of fruit having skin. I know it does. I don't like it.
It is skin, though.
I know. I don't like it.
Is that like a British thing to say like apple skin?
I
Is it to
hadn't
peel
realised.
when when you peel it because it's been peeled.
I've always said banana skin, and I think, I want to say banana peel is more of the American saying.
It is definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. If anyone said banana skin here, I'd side eye.
Americans famously afraid of flesh.
Well, that's because we
Yes.
had Ed Gein running around. What was the last? You guys haven't had a serial killer in fucking 150 years.
Hey, excuse me,
We've had a
Dennis
lot.
Rader.
Who's Dennis Rader? I don't even know who that
He
is.
won't get that. He won't.
He's a
get
British serial killer. What about Fred and Rose West? What about fucking Dr. Harold Shipman, the most
Dennis
prolific
Rader's
serial
the
killer of the modern
BTK
age.
killer. He's our killer.
That. And you
He's from
and you
Kansas.
forgot
Sorry,
about
thinking
the
of-
most famous one of all,
Dennis
Margaret
Nilsson.
Thatcher.
I was thinking of Dennis Nilsson.
Oh. Honestly, like this isn't like America. We're the goat of serial killers. There's like no one can
Because
ever
you've got
touch
so
us.
much land.
Yeah.
And
I'm not sure it's anything to be proud of.
I'm not
Anyway,
proud of
yeah.
it. I'm just saying I don't think anyone can touch America in terms of serial, especially
Oh, what
Wisconsin. I'm
about-
just saying.
Excuse me. 3 words. Jack the Ripper.
That was 150 years ago. We got Ed Gein. We got Dahmer. We got Gacy. The
We got
Wisconsin
Fred
Death
Rose
Trap.
West. We got the Yorkshire Ripper. We got
That's you
Peter
can't just
Sutcliffe.
keep. Is he a different one? Is he different than Jack the Ripper? They all can't be
Yeah,
the Ripper.
yeah, he's a different Ripper.
Yeah,
He's a
he's
different
from Yorkshire,
Ripper.
mate.
There's
What?
multiple Rippers.
It's like 007. It's like a thing you could just become. It's just like a.
Apparently.
I don't like it.
There was
Long
also
hands.
there was a New York
Christian
Ripper as
ball
well.
bag.
That's just if you're like a New York Ripper, at that point you're just, you know what you are? You're a ripoff. That's what you are.
Anyway, which country has the best serial killers? Argue in the comments.
I don't think best is the word we want to go for, but
Most noteworthy.
sure. There you go.
Liam Devlin gives 4.99. It says another category other than attack, defense, and traversal: economic. Get more coins, XP, whatever per action that generates them. That's a good point. I always try to get more XP, stroke coins, power ups as early in the run as possible.
Sure. Especially if it's a percent. Yeah, because you get
That'd
that
be
early, and then you're like, oh, it's going to pay dividends. It's like opening
Always
up a
go for
college
currency
fund when a
first
kid's,
in roguelikes.
born.
It's an investment.
Yeah.
You've got a skill tree, and one of the options is increase XP gain. Grab it with both hands. First one.
I want it, but also kind of boring. But also give it to me.
It's boring like a
I'm being
401k,
practical.
right? Where it's like,
Yeah.
yes, it's boring, but I should
Yeah.
probably have this.
You only think it's
Yeah.
boring when you're 60 and living off Social Security, mate.
This is true.
Like any of us will be able to retire by then.
None of us are retiring.
Hey, I'm retiring off profits from indie games and novels. Don't know what the fuck you suckers are gonna do.
Congratulations, you are part of the not even 1%.
There you go. Toad MZ gives $7.99 at $8 and says, cheers for the Symphony of the Night recommendation. My first 2D Metroidvania, and I loved it. Just reached 200.6% after staring at maps for way too long. Okay,
wow.
now you need to go play the GBA Castlevanias. I wonder why you put up with all of Symphony of the Night's bullshit.
Yeah.
Play Aria of Sorrow.
learned
It's
a
my
lot.
that's one of my favorites.
It's amazing that you 200. I haven't 100%ed the game or 200%ed the game. Hell yeah, well done, Toads.
Yeah, that's literally just like maps spaces unlocked.
Yeah, and that has the annoying like, oh, there's a big room, so you have to turn into a bat and kind of just like find every corner, every nook of the room. But yeah, the GBA and the DS collections, those games are great.
Yeah. GBA, yeah. Aria of Sorrow is my favorite. I'm not so hot on the other GBA ones, but most of the DS ones are a good time as well.
Yeah.
Thrill Gamesh gives $2 and says, it's leftover money from loans. Leftover, that's what a college refund is.
Leftover money from
Love leftover loan money.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Zakalwi Elethiomel gives €5. Sorry for horrendously mispronouncing that, I'm sure. And says, I'm partial to the lightning ring in Vampire Survivors. So satisfying, especially with the damage count. Also, I joined the Patreon. I caved to yards.
Yay!
Salute.
The shame word.
Stronger. There's no shame in it. Stronger men have caved to my bickering.
All right, shut the fuck up. I'll finally do it. I think you may have missed the Man in Black.
Man in Black.
Shit. Yes, the Man in Black gives $10 and says, the power-up system in Hades is what keeps me coming back to it.
That is what my next video is on.
Ooh,
I like it.
how timely.
God,
I
Hades
know.
Oh,
2 comes out in like less than a week.
Oh shit!
Hades
I
2
forgot.
comes out in like
I
3
didn't
days.
know.
For like 4 days. That's nuts.
Oh shit! I've got so much to fucking play.
Too many.
I've got to play
There's a Silent Hill game.
And
There's a young Japanese girl in trouble, and we need to save her.
Wait, do we have Silent Hill F?
yeah, it's not out till tomorrow though. Well,
Yeah,
midnight tonight.
the early access unlocks at very late tonight.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Wobbly
How late
Women?
is that for
You
me?
gonna count the Wobbly Women? I believe it is 9 p.m. your time, Yachts.
I'll be like in bed.
You'd be too scared. Y'all
Maybe I'll be
nightmares if you
reading.
played
Maybe
before
I'll
bed.
be reading. Maybe I'll be edging. You don't know.
Oh, who knows?
Natsimota gives $8 and says chicken salt is a power up for hot chips.
Chicken salt is
that like-
seasoning salt, I believe. I believe chicken salt is
You know how I
another name
know-
for like a Lowry seasoning salt.
You know, I've just gone and confirmed for myself that $8 is Australian dollars. You know how I know?
How? Because you call it chicken
Because
salt?
they said hot chips.
Yeah, what
in
are hot
Australia,
chips?
Australia has a sort of blend of UK and US cultures. So they use both the British and American meaning for chips.
Oh,
And
so like potato
so
chips
when they're
or
talking
fries?
about chips as in kettle chips, they say chips, and when they're talking about fries, they say hot chips.
Interesting.
Wow. Okay, I was confused. I thought this meant like spicy chips, and then you'd put seasoning salt on them, And I'm like, that seems excessive. Like they're already spiced. Chicken
No.
salt is. I don't like the idea. I don't like the phrase chicken salt. I don't like it.
Well, it's salt that tastes a little bit chickeny.
No, I get it, and I like
Yeah.
I use seasoning salt on stuff. I just don't. The phrase chicken salt.
Chicken salt.
I don't know.
Yeah, it
Beef
sounds like
salt.
that thing.
Chicken salt.
Say what chicken butt?
Chicken butt.
Who's
That
at
was a
fault? Chicken
classic.
salt.
Chicken salt. Chicken
It's a
thigh.
false chicken salt.
Who's fault? Chicken salt.
Yeah.
There you go. ASDFGHJKL176516 gives €2 and then says nothing.
Nah,
Trying to outfox me there.
Nothing.
I like it. I like it.
And then Fungus Finder gives $2. Says you spin out and it makes 3 nanas. Is it a power up?
I mean, that
I
sounds
don't
like a
know.
power down because if it gets hit, it becomes less powerful. Although, are 3 normal sized bananas more beneficial than 1 large banana?
One fatty nano. You could avoid a big
uh,
fatty nano easier, I reckon.
And would you rather
see.
fight a lion or fight 50 miniature lions? The age-old
I'm
question.
probably going to die either
One
way,
lion.
so whatever kills me quickest.
Oh, speaking of felines, when I came into the backyard this morning on my way to the office, there was a cat sitting there.
Oh,
And of course, Toffee was with me. And of course, Toffee ran straight up to the cat, barking his silly head off. But the cat just didn't react. It just sat there in the middle of the lawn. Toffee, like 2 feet away, with like a defensive posture, barking his silly head off, and the cat just stares at him the way you'd look at a lunatic at the bus stop.
So unthreatened.
like
Yeah.
what was this cat's deal? This is the bravest cat I've ever heard of.
I don't know. Well,
you sure it was real?
I guess the cat. Well, Toffee, like he barks, but he never bites. You know, he's one of those sorts of dogs.
Sure. So maybe the cat kind of.
So after a while, he's been barking at this standing off at this cat for a little while, and then Toffee just looks at me and goes, "I don't know what to do now." I'm
that was my.
confused.
I only have one move, and I did it, and
The-
nothing's happening.
The cat had just slipped up on a banana and had invuln frames and just
Yeah.
knew it was safe.
Yeah.
It's
But the cat just sort of looked around and went, "Oh, are you finished?" And then like lazily walked away and climbed over the fence.
I love it.
Legend of a cat.
Anyway, Mirith gives $2 and says, "Which is worse, chicken salt or moist?"
I don't mind the word moist
Marty?
at all. I like the word moist.
Moist chicken salt.
Yeah, I like the word moist quite a bit. It's also
tell you
very
a word
descriptive. Something's moist.
I mean, everyone just talks about moist being an unpleasant word. The word I don't like is pregnant. I just don't like the transition from the G to the N.
Okay,
Pregnant. It's
Sure.
awkward.
it is an awkward.
It doesn't make me feel disgusting though. Like, what's the word that makes you feel
Pregnant.
disgusting?
What about preggers? Do you mind preggers?
Eggo
Preggers, I'm
Prego.
fine with.
Yeah.
Go Preggers.
Yeah, we should change it to preggers.
Like it's a sports team.
Go Preggers. Go nuts.
Go
Preggers.
preggers.
Go Preggers. Go Preggers.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it used to be like it's like a slightly archaic term to mean calm down, to say don't have a baby. So, you know, go Preggers, go nuts. Don't have a baby. Go have a baby. Yeah.
I've never heard
heard
of don't
that in
have
my
a
life.
baby.
I think it was
Imagine
like
getting in a fight
wartime-
with your significant other and they start yelling and you're like, hey, don't have a baby.
It was
God,
wartime
that's-
British.
the
Don't
escalation
have a
there is going to
baby.
be awful. You preggers? What's going on here?
Some people might say
preggers?
some people might refer to someone very angry as someone having kittens. Have you heard that phrase?
No, I've heard of
No.
don't have a cow, man. That's what chat's saying. I only know that because of Bart Simpson.
I absolutely love the idea of getting in an argument with someone when they're screaming at you and your response is, "Are you pregnant?" Like, that's so offensive. I love it.
I feel like they'd
I-
get
I
more
think-
angry, but then they would think it's kind of
Yeah.
funny, but also like it'd be really
Yeah.
disarming.
and then
Well,
batter you.
the connection is that people scream and go crazy while they're giving birth.
Sure.
That's
True.
where it comes
Don't
from.
have
Yeah.
a baby.
Yes, don't have a baby over it.
Have a banana.
One of DK and Diddy's famous large bananas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jomo Slowmo gives 50 Norwegian krona, almost said North Korean there. That always throws me. And says 3 IRL power crops, cocoa, coffee, and coca leaves. Take away any of their processed products, and the world will go from Mario Star Joy to film noir.
It is true. Coffee does feel like anything that people are
It was a
like
black and
addicted
white
to
world
and
until that
don't
happened.
realize it. Yeah.
And Dave Collier gives £4.99 and says a fiver for the toffee plus cat story.
That's a good
Well,
cat we
I'll
don't
bear
get
that
cat
in
stories from
mind.
Yahtzee a lot. Honestly, this
It's rare.
second wind
Toffee's
as
so
a
ashamed
whole,
he's hiding under the blanket.
second wind as a
From the
whole is
cat.
very
Yes.
dog centric. So it's always exciting to have some cat stories.
This is true.
I love our dogs, but I'm just saying. Aside from, I guess Jack and Omar have
I
cats.
like some
I don't
variety.
know who else.
She still stink.
Casey's got a cat.
He's
and
still a
he
bit.
doesn't talk with
He's
the
still a little bit whiffy from
Yeah.
the skunk
Really?
incident.
cat. Wow.
Still.
Although I start to wonder how much of it is sort of his natural stink creeping in over it.
Sure. Maybe he just forgot what toffee smells like. Wet dog.
Maybe he needs another bath.
Beth.
What do you
Watch out.
think, Toffee?
Or
You
banana.
You want to take a bath? He's very eager.
Yeah. Same.
Clearly.
Well, that's all the super chats. So
Incredible.
I'll just say thanks for listening to the Windbreakers podcast. I was Yahtzee Croshaw. We do this every week with Marty and Jay, usually. And usually Eric produces it, but he's sick today, so that's why there weren't any incidental images to distract
oh,
from
man.
our very
Could you
clever
imagine
points.
the images when we were talking about edging? Would have been incredible.
No,
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Lovely. He would probably have just produced an image of a box cutter or something,
Yeah.
because we'll
The
have
wrestler
confused him.
Edge from
Or like a
YouTube.
curb or something.
Yeah. Don't forget content every day on Second Wind. Join the Patreon to support it. I've got my fully ramblomatic this week. Bit of a curveball this week. I'm doing the Rogue Prince of Persia because I need a little bit more time with Borderlands 4, and I haven't had a chance to crowbar in a review of Rogue Prince of Persia and the rest of the schedule. So this was like my last chance before everything goes haywire with the October releases.
October
Crazy
releases
stuff,
plus us being gone the back half of October.
Oh yes, we're all going to bugger off somewhere. I'll still be doing videos though because I'm
Yeah.
bringing my Steam Deck and my laptop.
You got a new Steam Deck. I'm excited for this. This is a new era of you.
Yes,
Or you got a
I
Steam
know,
Deck,
right?
not a new one. Yeah.
now I can exclusively use it to play fucking Vampire Survivors knockoffs.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
And old GameCube games.
Other content this week will include my Wednesday stream, Yahtzee Tries, where I play indie games. And on Sunday, we'll have the Yahtzee Tries edited highlights video that will summarize my last couple of streams.
Nice.
That's it for my stuff, I think.
Jay, what do you got going on? I'll wrap up everything at the end.
Yeah. Stuff. Oh, there's a. I need to remember the channel. On Jello's channel, we're doing like a Second Wind fundraiser stream where me, Jess, Casey, and Jesse are going to be learning a little bit about each other. I'll post a link in the Windbreakers Discord so you guys can come watch along. But it's going to be an interesting little game show, so you can come watch that. Other than that, I'll be on other streams this week, I'm sure. There's going to be the Once Upon a Galaxy stream on Thursday.
Yeah,
so me and
Thursday
Jess are gonna
in
be
the
sitting
noon
down and
slot.
playing that.
The normal noon slot.
Yeah.
Be showing off some Once Upon a Galaxy, which
cover
is good.
more of a game that myself and mainly Jess has become clinically obsessed with. So
Hell
we're
yeah.
going to be playing a little bit more of that. And next Monday, you can look forward to my episode on Hades 2. And that is moi.
Incredible. Yeah, that stream that you guys are going to be on, and to clarify, it's not like a second. We're not fundraising for Second Wind. You guys are joining another channel.
Yeah,
and
it's a
fundraising for-
fundraiser for a charity on a separate channel
Sure.
that we're doing.
Yeah.
And it's going to include a
I
bunch
think
of
that's
people from Second Wind. Yeah.
tomorrow, 4 p.m. Central.
tomorrow.
And yeah, we'll get all the links in
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
and we'll make sure everyone knows how to find that. For the rest of the day here, yeah, like we mentioned earlier, I have a video essay on Silksong that Casey did an incredible job of editing. So check that one out on its NPCs. And a couple hours later this evening, normal time, will be Hidden Gems with the full crew. Tomorrow we got to rewind at the normal time. We'll be talking about The Long Walk and the new Demon Slayer movie. Backdrop will be going up tomorrow. Normal streams the rest of the week. And then Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Central, we're doking again. 4 more hours of Dokapon.
Ooh.
Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Central. Will we finish it?
Fun.
Who knows? I don't even know if that game
Who
has an
knows?
ending.
And one last super chat from Fungus Finder gives $2 to say, I found a bunch of ants in my clothes dryer, frowny face.
Wah.
Well, could be worse. Ants are quite clean insects as insects go. They just take the crumbs they want and bugger off.
Yeah.
Maybe they were just finishing the job.
Yeah, maybe you put too many
Getting
cookies.
the last
You had too many
few-
cookies in your pockets.
Get
Could
the
have
last
found
few
Jack the
bits
Ripper
of
in the
crumb
dryer.
out of your jeans. Now, if you'd opened your clothes drawer and a bunch of flies came out,
That's bad.
that would probably be something to worry about.
Probably get rid of all your clothes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum.
And then Brandroid, welcome to Tip Jar. And that is the last one now, because we gotta go.
Thanks, Brandroid.
Bye. Thanks
Bye,
for
everyone.
listening.
Bye. Thanks,
Talk
everyone. I
soon.
forgot I have to hit the button.
Bye.
Goodbye.